real rebellion, how would it look like?
And anybody who follows a blueprint or a map is not rebellious at all. It doesn't look like any particular thing. It is a fresh thing in itself. We are not bothered about the result. What's certain is what exists today within me, without me, is just not acceptable. That's rebellion. Real rebellion starts with whose commands are we obeying? Asking this question is rebellion.
What would you like to say to our Gen Z audience who might be watching this? Now, real rebellion, how would it look like for the current generation, and maybe for our generation, and maybe for the previous generation? How can they break those ties?
No, if I say it would look like this, I am giving you a blueprint or a roadmap. And anybody who follows a blueprint or a map is not rebellious at all. Which means we can never know in advance what real rebellion looks like. When you say, I want to be like that, then you have already surrendered your rebellion. Have you not? No? So it doesn't look like any particular thing. It is a fresh thing in itself. And we need not concern ourselves too much with what it would result in, what the baby would look like 5 years down the line. No. We have to concern ourselves with what exists today. And what exists today is no good. The proof is that I am internally unhealthy. I am afraid. Fear is such a great indicator. I am possessive. I'm jealous, I'm partisan, and just so many things I can mention to decorate myself with. No? I'm all of these. And that's not good. I honestly say I do not want to remain in this place. That's where one starts from. One does not ask, what's the place I would come to? One says, what's certain is I'm not born to remain here. Let the journey start. What this journey would make of me, where it would make me reach, all that is not too big a concern. We'll see. We'll see. We are not bothered about the result. What's certain is what exists today within me, without me, is just not acceptable. That's rebellion. And not acceptable not because of my prejudices, not because of my likes and dislikes, but because of the falseness it has. Its inability to stand to my questions. Something exists. I do not want to blindly, summarily just reject it. I ask a decent, innocent question. And instead of a process of inquiry, what I get is resistance. What I get is angry stares. Or what I get is fear from the other side. Then I know there is something fishy. If my inner situation or if those around me cannot stand well-intentioned questions, then there is a problem. Definitely there is a problem. And that should encourage me to ask deeper questions. That's how real rebellion starts. Real rebellion starts with inquiry. I want to know. I'm a human being, I'm not an animal. Animals do not ask questions, at least not too many of them. But to be human is to be inquisitive. To be human is to have a hunger to know. I want to know why you want me to behave in such way. No, I'm not confronting you, I'm not disrespecting you. I want to know, please tell me. Let's initiate a discussion. And if there can be no discussion, that's further proof there is a problem. That's how the process starts. You cannot have a roadmap. You cannot have a vision for the future. You cannot say, I want to reach that particular place. Instead, you have to come back to yourself and ask, this is the way I am living. This is how I get up. This is the place I go to. This is how I earn my livelihood. This is the person I relate to. This is the person I have married. This is the person I intend to marry. These are the kids I begot. What exactly is going on? And I am already, what, 15, 25, 45, whatever. You are Gen Z, so maybe you are, Gen Z is what, 15, 20, 22, whatever, 25. Irrespective of how old I am or how young I am, I have, let's say, a maximum a few more decades to live. What am I to make of them if I do not know what is time? And time is slipping away. These are the questions that should concern a sane human being. A sane human being. This is the basic requirement. Otherwise, you're not even a human being. Otherwise, you are some kind of automaton, a machine or an animal. Just whiling away time. And one day you will drop dead. You get this? We just get up, then we proceed to the washroom, we brush our teeth, then the usual chores, and now we are all decked up, and then we pull out the car and we drive away to the office, and then there are the usual responsibilities, and we somehow fulfill them. Some of that is relegated to somebody else. Office gossip, is bitching, political maneuvers, some amount of solid work as well. And then you look at this and say the time to go back, and then you return, and then you buy something, or you watch TV, or you say I have a late night show, and you proceed to the shopping mall. Where is any bit of inquiry in this? Where is thought? What are you doing? What were you doing 5 years back? How did you come to this point? Had you been asked, let me put it this way, 10 years back, had you been asked, is this the life that you want to lead? 10 years back, were you shown a snapshot of how you are living it today? Would you agree to it? Probably not. How did you come to it then? You didn't decide. If you didn't decide, who decided for you? Whose commands are we obeying? Asking this question is rebellion, the beginning of it.
But the depth you are talking about, the deeper questions that we need to ask, and the culture we are in currently, the distracted reality, the stimulated reality, as where 15-second depth is there.
Yeah. But those 15 seconds can be an Acharya Prashant reel. A little bit of vanity is always pleasurable, no? It's not about 15 seconds. All that, Siddharth Gautam, all that he got was what you would call today is a screenshot. Not in 15 seconds. 1 second. A screen grab. A moment. Because he was just passing by. There is a dead man, there is an ailing man, there is an old man. And that sufficed. It's not about the length of time. It's about the depth of your honesty. And he was going somewhere to have good fun and pleasure, celebrate. There was some youth festival. So goes the story. And he was a young man. He was 28. He was off to celebrate. So here you are, let's say with a bunch of friends or your girlfriend, somebody. When you're driving away to watch a hot movie, full of excitement, stimulation, just as you said. Don't you see how the roads are? Don't you see what's happening to the dogs and the cows? Don't you look at the beggar? And just as you're about to experience mercy, you see cunningness in the eyes of the beggar. My question is, don't you see? It's there. How can you not see? It's there. It's not about the length of time. You're passing by. These are all images coming to you and disappearing, dissolving, one after the other, apparently unlinked and yet having a common source. A sequence of mirages. It is all there. How can one not see? You look at the screen. Don't you see how the script writer and the director and the actors have tried to fool you? Don't you see how the whole thing is constructed to exploit you? I mean, there you can't even say I was looking the other way. You're looking at the screen, right? You're looking at the screen. That's the way you're sitting. There's the screen there. And it's obvious that the whole thing has been fabricated to make a fool of you. Don't you see? And instead of seeing, you say, I allowed that to influence me. How is it possible? It's a decision. It's not a random happening. It's a choice. And if you are choosing this to happen, then nobody can interfere. It has to start with you. It has to start with your own clenched fist. I will not let life slip away like this.
On this note, what would you like to say to our Gen Z audience who might be watching this? And how can they start making this clenched fist right now?
You're not Gen Z or any fancy thing. You're human beings with that primitive restlessness. So drop this fancy tag, Gen Z and all. Behave like normal human beings. You are nobody special. Nobody is any special. Let's get down to work.
You have just repeated my mother's words. You are not special. Behave like one. Thank you so much, Acharya Prashant, for shedding light on these topics. A lot of things we have discussed, and I think we have got a new definition of what's cool. Thank you so much. And thank you to our audience. We'll meet next time in the next episode. Till then, keep watching. Keep getting enlightened. Thank you.
Just download the Acharya Prashant app. And there you go to the community section. And you have live testimonials streaming in at the rate of 1 every 5 minutes. I'm seeing lives change in thousands, if not millions, every day in front of my own eyes. We are doing it. Right. We have actually done it.
Join the community of more than 2 lakh participants on the Acharya Prashant app. Your first month is completely free. You'll get full access to Gita Mission. On the app, you will get regular live sessions, daily exclusive conversations with Acharya Prashant, access to the vibrant Gita community, wisdom exams, curated news, audiobooks, quotes, and much more. Search Acharya Prashant on Google Play Store or Apple App Store and download now.